Alright, so what's up people? In this video, I want to talk about avoiding CC as a disc. So for any healer, pretty much the best way to avoid CC is to hump pillars. And when you do that, it's going to make the enemy have to overextend or put themselves in a shitty position just to try to get you CC'd. I want to use this clip as an example because you'll see that I pretty much dropped the pillar and I want to run in there and try to be aggressive, but it just starts off the CC chain for the rest of the game. And we end up losing this game just because I'm CC'd so much and I fall behind on healing. So quick note, if you play a team where their CCs do not share DR and they can stack them, know when to be offensive and defensive. Alright, so next let's talk about the Inquisitor glyph. Alright, so the glyph of Inquisitor. Your Holy Fire and Power Word Solace deal 25% additional initial damage, but 20% of that damage is also dealt back to you. So you can utilize the damage that's dealt back to you to break yourself out of CC, which I'll show here in a few seconds. Alright, so the macro I use pretty much stops anything you're casting and Holy Fires the closest target. I'll put the macro in the description below, feel free to copy and paste. Alright, so quick note, it's always best to death the first poly of the chain. Just because that way you'll be out of CC longer due to DR unless you get stunned, which I'll show right here. You'll notice the mage runs in out of invis and instantly deep freezes me and then polys me. So try to have your teammate cross CC or stop the first poly so you can invis the frost gel or just LOS. Alright, so next let's talk about Spectral Rising or Shadow Melding CC. This is pretty much self-explanatory. Pretty much Spectral Guys or Shadow Meld when something's being casted upon you. The enemy opponent drops target and they stop the cast. So, alright, so now let's talk about Fear Warding Fears. Alright, so what Fear Ward does is it grants you the immunity or one of your teammates an immunity to one fear only. So keep in mind you can glyph into Fear Ward. It makes it a 2-minute cooldown versus a 3-minute cooldown. I recommend it against certain comps, so yeah. Alright, so in this clip, I Fear Ward a Priest's Fear. Now, I will show you how I did this, and I'll explain why and how I knew when to do this. Alright, so you'll notice the Priest goes invis, and right here you'll notice in the top left corner, he's going to go Spectral Guys and try to run in and get a Fear. Now, I sort of time this, and I count it down, and it takes a lot of practice, but you'll become better at it the more you do it.
Invincible.
Alright guys, so thanks again so much for watching. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions or anything you want to ask me about, please leave them in the comments below. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. And also stick around for some RMP and some 2s. I generally play Priest Rogue, Mage Priest, or Priest Hunter as well. So if you have any questions about those comps either, let me know. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.